Hi guys, welcome to another video. Hope you're all keeping well. Now for this video, I'd like to review a Blu-ray that I watched just the other night. I've been waiting ages and ages for this movie to come out on Blu-ray. So you can imagine how delighted I was when it finally came out last week. It's on the BFI label, and that is a movie called Target, starring the late great Boris Karloff. Absolutely fantastic movie, guys. Yeah, it really is. Yeah, and one of Karloff's greatest movies, in my opinion. Yeah. Okay, then, guys. So as per usual, before I say anything further about the movie as a whole and give you a rating and so forth, I'll just read you the blurb at the back, just in case you're not familiar with this particular release or movie. Now, Byron Orlock, played by, of course, by Boris Karloff, is a retiring horror star bidding farewell to the limelight. Now, Bobby Thompson, played by Tim O'Kelly, is an unassuming but disturbed Vietnam veteran who suddenly embarks on a murderous shooting rampage. Now, as Byron makes one final public appearance, their worlds collide as Bobby brings carnage to a suburban Los Angeles drive-in cinema. Now, both the comments on the terrors of contemporary America and homage to the horror films of Roger Corman, this thrilling crime drama launched the career of its director, Peter Bogdanovich, and is rightly hailed as one of the most powerful films of the late 1960s. So there you go, guys. That's the blurb for the 1967 Boris Karloff horror movie, Targets. All right then, guys. So I'll just show you the special features on here before I say anything further about the movie. Packed with special features, including an interview with Boris Karloff's daughter, Sarah Karloff, and many more special features, guys. Yeah, fantastic edition this, and I'll just show you the inside, guys. So there's the disc there, and then you've got a fantastic booklet here as well, all about the movie. There you go, guys. There he is, the king of horror, the late great Boris Karloff, the greatest Frankenstein monster ever, and he's fabulous in this movie, guys. He really is, playing this fading horror star. So I won't show you all the booklet, guys. I'll just flip through it. Yeah, so there you go. That's the booklet. It's basically about the movie. Yeah, okay, right. So on to my thoughts now on the movie as a whole. Well, thoroughly enjoyed it. What can I say? One of Karloff's greatest movies, and he really is fantastic in the role of this fading horror star, Byron Orlock. You know, yeah, an actor who's become very weary and cynical of the direction in which horror cinema was taking at that particular time, the late 60s. You know, he says, like, oh, you know, nobody's interested in me now. I'm old hat. You know, it's all about the young people now. You know, so as I say, it becomes very weary of horror cinema as a whole, and that, you know, and he's just basically looking forward to his retirement, really. He gets offered these scripts and that, you know, he just turns them down, you know, categorically refuses to do them, you know, so he's just basically lost heart, really, you know. So yeah, really good performance by Karloff as always, and very multi-layered character he is in this as well, you know. So yeah, so he basically says, like, you know, the movie world doesn't want old dinosaurs like me, you know, they want young people. Yeah, so good character study there. Yeah. So he basically reminisces about his days as when he was a horror actor, because you'll actually see clips of his, well, the main movie is The Terror, the one he starred in with Jack Nicholson. That actually plays at the beginning of the movie. So you see clips of that, and you see on other movies as well from earlier on. Yeah. Now, I would describe this movie as a kind of homage to Boris Karloff's, you know, life, you know, as a horror star. You know, he's basically playing himself, really, in all but name, you know. So, yeah, so directed brilliantly by Peter Bogdanovich. I can never say that name, Peter Bogdanovich. Yeah, he actually appears in it himself as a cameo, you know. So, yeah, and then you've got the sniper, played by Tim Kelly. He's very good, you know. He plays like this sniper called Bobby Thompson, you know, and a very ruthless character. He guns down his whole family and that in cold blood, and then he goes sort of like he goes on a rampage, like, with his gun and that, you know. Yeah, very dark character, very menacing character, you know. And it's great. I like the story, the way the two paths cross, you know, the old fading horror star, you know, and then like this new threat, this sort of like a new monster in the form of this multiple murderer, you know. Yeah, it's great. It really is a great movie, guys. One of the parts I loved in this movie where Karloff There's a moment where Karloff goes into his familiar, creepy, sepulchral voice, you know, as he sort of like, it sounds like a sort of like a short story. It's the story is it's W. Somerset Maugham's fable Appointments in Samara, so that's a nice little sort of like a touch as well in that, you know, because Boris Karloff did narrate a lot of stories, both horror and non-horror, you know, so I thought that was quite good, you know, and people used to think The Target was Boris Karloff's last movie. No, it wasn't. He made a couple of movies, you know, after that, just before he passed away in 1969. But, you know, having said that, most people do regard this as a kind of like you know, a curtain call really to Boris Karloff's, you know, long and illustrious career. You know, Boris Karloff's long and illustrious career. Yeah, I must say, guys, the picture quality on this BFI Blu-ray is absolutely pristine. Lovely cinematography, great sweeping shots of America and that, you know, where the sort of like the sniper takes up his vantage point and that, and he's got his ammunition ready and that, sniping at cars and that, you know, and just basically killing people in cold blood and that, you know. And I believe he was actually based on a real case, you know, a real sniper, you know, the sort of like it happened around about that time. And also, guys, there's another fact I'd like to relate to you. This movie was actually shelved for about 15 years because it coincided with the murder of Bobby Kennedy. So so they took her off, like they didn't release it and that. So it was basically laying on the shelves for 15 years and that. So until it got released, yeah. So yeah. And I love the part where the characters finally cross paths, a real tense gripping finale, yeah. But I'll leave it there, you know, I won't go on too much about it, yeah. Alright then, guys, on to a rating for Targets. Oh, no hesitation whatsoever. I give it a full 10 out of 10 because that's how much I love this movie, starring my, well, one of my all-time favourite horror actors, the late great Boris Karloff. And great solid performances all round, you know, even by the supporting cast, you know. So yeah, really enjoyed Targets and that, you know, and it deserves a full 10 out of 10. I was not bored once with this movie. Boris Karloff was really on the money playing this fading horror star, you know, Byron Orloff, you know. And yeah, just fantastic. Yeah, one of Boris Karloff's greatest performance, without a shadow of a doubt. Yeah. All right then, guys, that concludes my review of Boris Karloff's 1967 horror thriller Targets. Have you seen Targets? What did you think of it? Did you enjoy it as much as I did? Leave a comment down below. Be very interested, you know. But yeah, this is a fantastic movie. This, guys, it really is, you know. And yeah, just absolutely packed with atmosphere, tension, you know, and it was great, like, you know, the way Boris Karloff like basically played himself in all but name, you know. So yeah, I could highly recommend Targets, like, especially if you're a Boris Karloff fan and you haven't got this in your collection. Yeah, great movie. Yeah. All right then, guys, that's it. If you liked the video, please feel free to share, subscribe, comment, and all going well. I'll be back again very soon. I'll be back again very, very soon with another video. Take care. Bye for now.